Have you ever felt that twisting knot in your stomach, that almost physical ache when someone says no? Not to a simple request, but to you? It's a pain we all know, but rarely talk about. What if I told you that ache, that sting, it's not a failure, it's a doorway? See, we treat rejection like a monster under the bed, something to avoid at all costs. We build walls, we bend over backwards, just to keep it at bay. But rejection isn't about the other person. It's a spotlight, shining directly onto the parts of ourselves we're too afraid to see. Think about it. Remember the last time it hit you hard? The job you didn't get, the friend who drifted away, the relationship that crumbled. The memory probably still carries a sharp emotional edge. It hurts so badly because rejection pulls back the curtain on our deepest insecurities. What if, instead of recoiling, we step towards that discomfort? What if that no wasn't a judgment but an invitation? Consider a fledgling entrepreneur pouring heart and soul into a new venture, pitching relentlessly, facing constant rejection from investors. Each no felt like a personal blow, a confirmation of inadequacy. Then, one day, after weeks of battling, she shifted her perspective. She stopped seeing the rejection as a verdict on her and started viewing it as a signal about her approach. Each failed pitch was a lesson, a chance to refine her message, sharpen her strategy, and understand her audience better. What happened next? She landed a major investor, not by changing who she was, but by becoming clearer, stronger, and more resilient because of the rejection she faced. She learned to value her own vision, not someone else's approval of it. Like chasing a ghost, it's an endless cycle of anxiety, always needing someone else to validate your worth. But what if you already are enough? What if that inherent worth just needs to be recognized, not earned? It requires bravery, that kind of self-recognition. The bravery to stand alone, if necessary, to pursue your passions, even when others don't understand, to trust your inner compass, even when it points you in a direction no one else is going. It takes that bravery to unlock your true potential. When we allow rejection to force us to confront our insecurities, to question our assumptions, and to reevaluate our path, that's where our lives begin to change. Why am I chasing this approval so hard? What does my validation depend on? It makes us confront what we avoid every day. Rejection becomes a catalyst for growth, pushing us to become more authentic, more resilient, and more self-reliant. Embrace the no, as it helps you build from the ground up, without needing external validation. Imagine a tree battered by storms. The winds howl, the rain lashes, and branches break. But the tree doesn't crumble. It bends, it adapts, and its roots grow deeper, stronger, anchoring it to the earth. Rejection does the same for us. It forces us to dig deeper, to find our inner strength, to become unshakable. That greatest rejection isn't the external no, it's the internal one, the constant self-doubt, the nagging voice that whispers, "You're not good enough, not worthy, not capable." That is the enemy we must conquer. Because here's the secret, the part most people miss. The world reflects back to us the image we hold of ourselves. If we see ourselves as lacking, as unworthy, as needing external validation, that's exactly what we'll attract. Because what we believe, we project. But what if we radically changed our internal dialogue? What if, instead of self-criticism, we cultivated self-compassion? What if, instead of dwelling on our flaws, we celebrated our strengths? A fascinating study from Stanford University showed that people who practice self-compassion experience lower levels of anxiety and depression. They're also more resilient in the face of adversity, better able to bounce back from setbacks, and pursue their goals with greater determination. A key to this compassion is that it doesn't require others to be built. Its source is the self. Most people will be on their deathbed without truly discovering the truth of who they are, but you don't have to be one of them. Choose yourself and build your own path. A life under a mask is no life to be desired. That's the moment everything changes. When you truly believe in your own worth, when you're no longer dependent on external validation, you become magnetic. Not because you're trying to be, but because you are. Authenticity is magnetic. Resilience is magnetic. Self-acceptance is magnetic. Think of the people you admire most, the ones who radiate confidence, the ones who seem to effortlessly attract success and connection. What do they have in common? They're not chasing anything. They are individuals who have found peace within themselves. They chose themselves above external opinions. They know who they are, what they stand for, and they live their lives accordingly. They don't seek permission, they don't apologize for being themselves, and that's exactly what makes them so captivating. That personal courage and bravery in their lives shines. When you stop seeking, you attract. When you stop chasing, you receive. It's a universal law, a fundamental principle of human nature. The less you need something, the more it seems to gravitate towards you. What if you chose to live your life on your terms, regardless of what anyone else thinks? What if you stopped trying to fit in, stopped trying to please, stopped trying to earn approval, and simply embraced your unique, imperfect, and utterly amazing self? You'd discover something incredible. You'd discover that the key to your freedom, your happiness, and your success was always within you. You just had to stop looking for it elsewhere. See yourself and accept yourself. What would you do if you knew you would never need anyone's approval again? What kind of life would you choose to live? What passions would you pursue? What dreams would you chase? Let me tell you, something inside changes. You will never need anyone else to be complete because you always were. Rejection isn't the end. It is a door to great opportunities. That opinion matching your own negative thoughts, that's what bothers you most. It's a painful truth, but a necessary one. To heal, you must seek within yourself. Those rejections are a map, one that illuminates a path for healing. You see those hidden truths, but to get there, you must stop hiding from yourself. Embrace the scars, the wounds and the lessons and the vulnerability of your history. You stop trying to be perfect and you finally become real. Stop hiding as if it's something shameful. It's a badge of honor. The weaknesses become your strengths. Embrace and become conscious warrior. You will level up emotionally when you no longer need external applause. Emotional dependency always leads to defeat. Don't become emotional hermits, but connect with strength. Occupy space with your own essence. Let rejection disappear from your reality. Embrace the need for companions, but not approval. It gives you the power to chase down your future. But even then, rejection can exist, just no longer does it have power to define you. What truly fills you was never in another person nor in another place, but in your own internal recognition. It is all within. Understand that no one will come to rescue you emotionally, so no longer depend on it because you are capable yourself. If you do, you will start to attract what you deserve. Life rewards you to live authentically. Those who are irresistible don't seek attention. They ignore the need for external validation. Let me reveal this reflection. Embrace rejection because life can be found inside of you. Now that you've seen this, the truth has been stripped bare and you have discovered the path towards an amazing journey.